Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Monday. And another congratulations to Miss Sharon for winning the t-shirt giveaway. Just appreciation, thanks to my community, my subs, this channel. This is where all of this is our channel. And I am thinking I'm going to do another one of those probably the beginning of December for, just a giveaway for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll announce that ahead of time. So today I want to talk about this is the Bible, biblical medicine, which is very popular, is the frankincense and myrrh. Now, these can come in, different forms. They can come in essential oils, which are extremely strong. Some people have no problems with them. I'm extremely sensitive. Those who use essential oils, you have to dilute those in some sort of carrier oil. Tinctures are very popular with these. I do fine with those. I like the resins. You can buy the chunks of resins for these. They can come in powder forms, capsules, different ways to get them. I guess the most concentrated is going to be the essential oils. So it can be very strong if you're sensitive to things. Personally, I don't have anything against, I just can't. I do like the other forms, even if I was able to use essential oils, because I feel like I can tweak that to make it weaker or stronger a lot easier. Again, that's just my opinion, but these are different forms you can get in these, so look into that, see what works for you. So I'm just going to go over some of their benefits. I'll have to code some of it because so let's start with frankincense. These were given to when Jesus was born. These were the two of them that were given to him with others, but I want to concentrate on these. Frankincense is a natural immune booster, which is, again, that shows why they brought it. They gave it. It reduces inflammation naturally, but that's because it has boswellic acid in there. So that will help with inflammation of different sorts. Whether it's for it was for the mother, for after delivery, for babies when they go through delivery, they get bruising and inflammation, in their face. That's just how that that goes. It also reduces cartilage loss and joint lining, so it's really good for arthritis. Do that topically and different things as well. It's good for asthma. You can do do it safely, which form you choose to use it in. You can email me if you want to have to break down those, how you would do each one. Just do it safely. If things you need to reduce, don't ever take straight essential oils, and you have to dilute them. Don't ever put them directly on you. They're extremely strong. So you can do that, on a chest rub, kind of like how you would do a Vicks or something if someone's having asthma issues. Oral health, it's good because it's an anti-inflammatory. It's good for our mouthwash. You can even put that in your oil pulling. I talk about doing oil pulling with coconut oil. This is great to add to these. I add different things to my coconut oil pulling differently also. Gut function, if things like gut pain, bloating, IBS, and things like that, frankincense is really good for that. Now, this is one. Frankincense can cross the brain barrier. Now, I talk about the bad of that. This is a good of that. If there is something in there, and I've talked about certain other things that can cross that need to be healed, fixed, removed, detoxed out, good things crossing it, you want that. And because it can cross that barrier, it helps with ion channels in the brain, which is, because of that, it is something that helps with anxiety and depression. Okay. Now, this one is something else that is used. I won't go into detail for the big C. Okay. That's a really good one. These are God's medicines, I call them. So onto myrrh. It is a extremely powerful antioxidant. I talk about oxidative stress and having strong antioxidants. And if you don't have an antioxidant, if you're not, leveling that out, disease, illness, everything, breakdown in your body, it builds from that. So having a good antioxidant, that's going to help things from snowballing and taking hold. Now, this is internal and topical, same as other thing. Actually, in the book of Esther, she talks about using myrrh in her daily. That was something she used for her skin. Ladies, it's great, anti-aging things. It's good for skin health, and it's, good for stretch marks, everything like that is myrrh. Again, you can get these in the same forms I talked about at the beginning. It's another great anti-inflammatory. It's good for wound healing, and it's another immune booster. It's really good for those things. Now this is one that stimulates blood flow and circulation, which is going to help oxygen circulate through our body, which can cause all kinds of issues if you don't have that proper circulation. Now, if you have certain health issues or certain medications that are for circulation, I'm not saying it's a thinner, it just helps that. It's the warming type herb, how you do. You may want to double, cross check that if you're on certain prescriptions. Okay, let's just be safe about that. It does have a calming effect. It has, that kind of, calming effect, whether you do it, topically, internally. If you do it like in an aromatherapy, myrrh is a really popular one for that. Now the powder form of myrrh can stop, like wound bleeding. Like if you have a wound and it's bleeding, the powder form of that, like how I talk about doing cayenne pepper, I like doing things like this naturally than I do if you buy stop bleed. Because I'm not saying you don't need stop bleed. You do. But I just like having these on hand. I just like that because there can be risk factors. I just prefer to have those. Everybody's big go-to, go get stop bleed, and there can be some risk factors with that first naturally. But again, you do what you're comfortable with. I always say that. It's another good one for IBS, GI health, balancing. Myrrh is really good, and it's used. It was used. These a lot that this was used biblical times and everything. Is even today is really good for hay fever, which is bad. The ragweed is so bad right now for so many people who have allergies and are affected by that. Myrrh, different forms you can get that in. It does help heal infections topically and internally. Okay, when I have somebody's asking me about things like if it's a internal type infection, because one of them is bronchial infections, I recommend the capsules or the tinctures. That's just my opinion about that. Oral inflammation, gum, how if you have any kind of oral inflammation, if you have like a gum disease or if you get canker or ulcer type things in your mouth or your throat, it's really good for that. It'll take that down. And because of I talked about the infection, heals infections and stuff like that. It's just a broad spectrum, good, natural antibiotic, okay, for different things. So it's two I wanted to share with you. Look into the different forms. Great things to have. They're biblical, for been used for so long, since the beginning. So many properties. So everyone, stay well, God bless, and I will see you next time.